Leadership Training Service. Presence. Know Your LTS Family. Introductory Session Part 2. A warm welcome to the second part of the introductory session on the LTS and the way of life it proposes. As we had communicated to you last week, today we will glance through the second part of the introductory sessions and first part of the overview of the Wednesday series on Know Your LTS Family. We have scheduled this Know Your LTS Family series in 10 segments. Then at the end there will be an 11th segment which will deal with the questions and clarifications that come from the comments of the 10 segments. In each segment, we will have a couple of sessions that will deal with the matters that come under the wider topic that is dealt in the section. These segments will look at the LTS from diverse angles and thus will deal with a number of aspects the members need to personalize and practice as part of the LTS family. This brief outline of the entire scheme will familiarize us with the structure and content of the sessions before we begin the actual journey in the LTS. What are the specialties of this series? We would like to highlight you to some of the special features of this series. Specialties of this series. 1. Here we use the traditional simple question-answer method to provide the needed information, that is to say answer to the question technique. Today, as we know, many people do not have time to read long narrations. 2. The major concepts and points are highlighted by underlining the major words or by highlighting the concept in bold letters or by putting them in inverted commas. 3. The series is divided into continent segments to cluster related information for easy reference. This scheme will assist us to look for materials at the right place. 4. The information provided here is graded. It begins with simple information and gradually proceeds to profound ideas and concepts. 5. Since the information is in segments, members can raise related questions that are not found in the provided scheme but are relevant and important to know. Why is the question-answer methodology? We will adopt a simple question-answer method to 1. Make the descriptions sharp and to the point. 2. Ensure that all the major areas are covered in the content. 3. Assist the members to easily locate the area they need to get the needed clarification. 4. Help the members to ask more questions that are in their mind. 5. Make the study more interesting and help the members to retain information easily in memory. Let us begin this enchanting expedition with a bird's eye view of each segment. Segment 1. In the first segment we will have a few simple inputs on the LTS movement. Here we will discuss questions like 1. What is the LTS? 2. Who can join the LTS? 3. What are the advantages of joining the LTS? 4. What does the LTS do for its members? 5. What are the privileges of the members of this student movement as part of the LTS family? 6. What are the responsibilities entrusted on the LTS members? 7. How do the members, who are actually attracted to the LTS, generally consider the LTS vis-à-vis their lives? 8. Why do we need to know the real nature of the LTS through these sessions? 9. Thus this section will assist the members to have a fair idea about the LTS and the advantages of being a member of this youth initiative. Segment 2. In the second segment we will briefly introduce to the members the 10 fundamental facts about the LTS way of life. There are 15 of them actually. But in this brief study, we will include only 10 of them. We will consider the rest in due time. We need to enshrine and engrave these facts in mind as members of the LTS. These 10 specific areas will clearly define for us the nature of the movement we need to be familiar with. How are these facts presented to us? These 10 facts are numerically arranged so that we can easily and systematically remember and recall them. At the same time, we can confidently communicate them to people if they would like to know about the LTS. Who may like to know about the LTS? It may happen in a casual conversation with our friends who witness a revealing change in our personality. It can happen in an official interaction such as interviews and other job selection processes. During the interviews, the LTSers are asked to speak about the movement as they produce a number of impressive certificates provided by the LTS. We will discuss more about it in the 10th segment. Segment 3. In the 3rd segment, we will learn something more about the general operational style of the LTS movement at its headquarters and at schools and colleges. 1. How does the LTS function as a national movement? 2. Who looks after the LTS unit in schools and colleges? 3. What is the role of the LTS animators in the LTS training scheme? 4. How does the LTS operate in schools and colleges? 5. What is the connection between the LTS Centre and the school, college LTS unit? 6. What are the various types of units in the LTS? 7. How do we identify the members of the LTS? 8. How leadership training and service are related. How does the LTS blend both of them well? Segment 4. In the 4th segment, we will clarify a few doubts the members and their parents generally have about the LTS. So this section will deal with questions like: 1. Will the LTS activities affect academic life? 2. What is the use of the LTS training? Is not the academic studies good enough? 3. How much time do we need to spend for the LTS activities? 4. How long do we have to be members of the LTS? 5. What is the role of the parents in the LTS training scheme? 6. School, college unit members join the LTS in their respective institutions. Then why should they need to join common programs organized by the LTS Centre? Next Wednesday we will continue with the second part of the content list. This elaborate content list will help us to be familiar with the topics that are dealt in this module. That session will mark the end of the introductory session. From the week after we will begin to deal with each segment as part of our study program. Kindly make an effort to write a comment on the session. Please add in your comment questions that are in your mind but are not found in the above-mentioned segments. You may also find some of your concerns are dealt in the upcoming part of the presentation in the next week. You need not wait for the next week's session. You may write your questions in the comments of this presentation. We look forward to having you for the next session. Till then, let us all strive to be safe. May God continue to bless all of us.